Welcome back to the Blended Learning Project. Again, all of our resources can be found at blendedlearningproject.wikispaces.com. And at this stage of the process, we're going to be looking at books. Not hardcover books in the traditional sense, but places to house your materials and your resources. There are a number of places that you can do this. They can be places as simple as your own school's website. They could be a blog if that works for you, and if your students are actually looking at your blog, there's a key there to that one. Or they can be actual books that you are publishing yourself. There are a number of different options available. I've listed a few here for you, although there are some more, but I have provided a few here. And we're going to find these. If you look in the right-hand menu bar again and click on Curation Tools, you're going to find these book sources here. Now, the first one is listed, and they're just listed alphabetically, that's all, is Flexbooks. It's a K through 12 foundation program, and it's just really geared more towards STEM subject areas, although there are some world language resources there. You can create your materials through there, you can publish them through Flexbooks, but things like Flexbooks and Wikibooks themselves, you need to be a little careful with and read their disclosures. It is possible, not guaranteeing, but it is possible that once you publish your materials with them, that they may own a portion of those materials. So look at the disclosures and see what your goals are and what's important to you. The next is iBooks. iBooks is really a fantastic program. The iBooks can be seen on multiple devices. You do not have to have an Apple product for that, although for the iBooks author program you do need an Apple product for that. They create some amazing interactive dynamic materials there. If you have those Apple resources, I encourage you to play with that, even if that's not the direction you want to go, to play with it because it's just plain fun. And then there's Moodle. Moodle is a lot of what our school district uses and what I have some screenshots of later to share with you. We use Moodle as a platform for our learning, as our learning platform throughout our district. And it's very private, what our district has created, where only students and parents can see the information for each class. It's not available for public view. So with some publishers, copyright is not as much of an issue if, for instance, you need to scan a material or a worksheet. But again, check with your publishers and your school's policy regarding that. Sophia is a newer entry into the field here. Sophia is another curation tool, but it's also a learning platform. You can collaborate with other teachers. You can learn about flipping and blending. You can get certified, get a certificate by following through with their certification program, even with that. There are a lot of resources already available for some ideas, all created by teachers for teachers. And then you can create your own through there, and it's not that hard to use either. And then there are, of course, wikis, which is what we're working with right now. If you've never created your own wiki before, my encouragement to you is that you play with a wiki a bunch first to see what it's capable of, to see what it can do, and see how different people use them, because different people use them differently. And they do have some quirks, but they have some amazing possibilities as well. The two main wiki providers that have educational possibilities are Wikispaces and PBWorks. We're working with Wikispaces right now. There aren't that many differences between the two of them, some slight differences in appearance. And if you want your students to be collaborating on the wiki itself, I do believe that PBWorks is a little bit easier to have student accounts, all separate student accounts on a wiki, so that they all can collaborate together in a project. Although I like Wikispaces personally and professionally, PBWorks for student collaboration purposes does seem to be a little bit better at this stage of the game. There. So, you have resources, you know of tools to create them, and I've introduced you to at least the names of some places to house these things. And again, how do you know what to do? pick something and start with it. That's the only way you're going to get through this, is to pick something and start with it, but don't try everything because things will fall through the cracks. So let's take a break from our presentation here before we start our next segment.